In October 2020, Emily Rose Grover won the vote for homecoming queen of Tate High School. Ever since March of this year, she's been facing 16 years behind bars. At first, when I heard this story, I was really confused about how it got to that point. In my head, I was like, what could she have done to put herself in this position? And then I started watching all of these articles that popped up. Guess the news really did not want to miss out on this story, and I guess I don't blame them because they're actually getting some engagement on their websites, and for good reason too. Now this is near and dear to me because I live in Florida, as you can probably tell from my last video, and you know how popular Florida Man is right now. Shit, let's just get into it. I'm getting hype right now. But before I do, I have to say that since they haven't been charged yet, crimes stated in this video are alleged, but we'll see how the verdict turns up. So in October of last year, votes were being cast for 2020's homecoming queen of JM Tate High School, formerly Roberts Senior High School, but mostly just known as Tate High School, and a particular girl seemed to want to win this nomination more than anyone else. So she did something she apparently did all the time. She logged onto her mother's school computer. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, her mom, Laura Carroll, just happened to be the assistant principal for a school in the North Escambia County district. Not sure if she's one for Tate High School, but I'm kind of getting off track here. But the point is, she basically had access to the focus system, which, because she had access as an assistant principal or at least a district level account, she could log into other students' accounts and vote for them. And she allegedly logged on to 246 accounts and clicked on her name 246 times. I applaud the commitment. So because of that, Emily Rose Grover won the vote for homecoming queen, and a lot of people were happy for her and congratulated her. So not too long after that, she got approached by school officials who basically just told her to give it up. They did not waste any time. And then in March, she got approached and arrested by officials from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement because unauthorized use of district school systems would constitute a felony. Emily's actually being charged with multiple felonies, one count of offenses against users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, and electronic devices, which is a third-degree felony, unlawful use of a two-way communications device, which is also a third-degree felony, criminal use of personally identifiable information, which is also a third-degree felony, and conspiracy to commit these previous offenses, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. Some people might say that this isn't something that law enforcement should be wasting their time on, but I think if she actually did it, it could have turned into something way worse down the line because obviously, she had access to all of these systems. So Emily got expelled. Obviously, committing a crime isn't just something you can sweep under the rug like nothing happened. Nobody knows if her mom's gonna get fired yet, but they're both looking at 16 years each for all the counts that I just read off. But the thing about all of this is that other people knew she logged onto her mom's computer frequently. She apparently bragged about it enough for a lot of people outside her friend group to know about it, and she also said her mom cast votes as well, which, if all of this is true, is really unfortunate on her part, but there may be an ulterior motive for why she did all this. It very well could have been a mental health problem. She wasn't very well liked when she first got into high school as a freshman because she was the new girl on the block and everybody who went to that high school was basically friends in middle school. But over time, she became more of a liked person. She was an avid tennis player. So everything about that is a little muddy and nobody can really answer any of the questions that people want to be answered except her. I will leave a link in the description for all the interviews that she's been a part of. But anyway, there have been a few other stories coming from Cantonment, which is the city in North Escambia County that this story came from, especially this one where a school employee got only 6.5 years for doing very inappropriate things with underage high schoolers, but that's a story for another time. But I will say that, maybe the Escambia school district needs to get cracked down on. Just saying, man. So what happens when you rig a high school election? You get 16 years in prison.